Welcome to Seven Trumpets Prepper, and guys, welcome to part 3 of the flat earth under the firmament. Now, what I'm about to show you today is one of the greatest proofs that absolutely opened my mind up to the flat earth and the truth thereof, and that is the fact that you can see the sun and the moon in the same place together in the same video when on a globe they should be one on one side of the earth and one on the complete opposite other end. Okay, I mean completely opposite ends of the compass here. Okay, so to begin with, I'm going to put the video links in the video description below for both the Go Fast videos, because you'll need these to get the information you need to put all this information together to find the relative location. Alright, the other thing is I want to send a shout out to Russianvids, because I couldn't find the second video with it in it, and after I began researching this, I found somewhere that somebody was talking about this, and then I couldn't find it, and so I kept digging, finally found where he had talked about this as well. And I finally got the link to the other video so I could do my mathematics as well. So what I want to give him credit where it's due. Make sure to watch this video. I'll put a link to his as well. Alright, so to start out with, I'm not going to run this video. I want you to watch it completely through. Just 2 points of reference I'd like to point out in this. Alright, first off, at point 57 to 58, it hits the dome. You can hear it going and skid. Alright, because you know you've hit the top of the dome and you ain't going to go no further because we're stuck in here. Alright, the second thing, let me move this right here, is right there is the kicker. That's the moon. Alright, shouldn't be visible. Should not be visible. This is what flipped my lid, okay, as an astronomer. This really troubled me because this killed the globe for me right here. Alright, so what we do is you go over to the Go Fast and you see this time signature on the aircraft. Now this is already after the launch has happened, okay, so now they're out looking for it. So this gives you a time parameter between 11 to the 7:30 in the morning when it launched. That's ballpark of looking for where the moon's at, right? Alright, so I'm not going to go to the tail end of it and do the 11 o'clock thing. I'm going to do right at early in the morning, but first we need to read a little bit of evidence to make sure we're all on the same page. This is in the video description, below the video description. This is in the comments of that first video. Alright, and I'll have all the links in the video description, like I said. Is right here, Kyle Michelson says on July 14, 2014, the CSX team celebrated its 10-year anniversary of its first historic flight into space by launching another Go Fast CSXT rocket into space. The flight took off at 7:32 a.m. Pacific time. The flawless flight was observed by the FAA. Alright, well that's great. It gives us a point of reference by those who launched it. So moving forward, we get down here and we find out that it was launched from Black Rock, Nevada. Great. Now we got a time, now we got a location. Alright, moving forward, I want to point this out is because a couple people's like 7:32 a.m.'s a lie, blah 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 blah. Guys, actually 7:32 is a great time. It's because that is flawless. If you know, they're not lying about this, then I mean if they're lying, it's even worse because it puts the moon even further away from them. Right here, I zoomed in and I took a screen cap. I can't see it right now through the video camera, but if you go to this video right here, the Go Fast. The second one that I'm putting in the video description below, you can see it with your own eyes, the time signature, and it says 11:40 something. Alright, lastly, in the comments, somebody asks, does anyone know, is that the moon at 1:22? And Kyle Michelson, okay, here's the guy that posted the video, here's the people that done the video, says, yes, that is the moon. Okay, so we have a confirmed that is the moon. So we have a time, place, and that we know that's the moon. Alright, and one last time he confirms the time again. Alright, so with all this evidence in hand and my final cutoff point right there with the help of Russianvids getting me the link to that, or the information anyway, right here I went over to SolarScope and I done exactly like he done. You can go to worldslastchance.com and use their lunar calculation app. You can use time and date because I've used that for the creators counter. He did that as well. Russianvids did. Alright, so what you do here is if you go over to SolarScope and you type this in, I put in 14:33. I'm off by a minute. On the 14th, July 2014. Here's what's going on. As you can see right here, I'm going to zoom in just a little closer. Oops, passed her up. Sorry. All right, right here, we're over Indonesia, Australia, and the sun's over here on the other side. All right, well, if I click on the planet, oh my gosh, sorry guys. Go back. So if I go to the planet there and I look at the relative location, on the other side here is Nevada. All right, so, you know, we've got a problem here because the moon's on one side, as we've just observed, and the sun is on the other. All right, there you go. All right, right here's the moon. All right, so let's look at it from this angle. Now, this is using globe. Look, I'm using all the stuff that the good old boys at NASA and everybody else is using, all right? So here we go. They're blocked, all right? And he's shooting a rocket from here. So if that is the case, then the sun should be visible, but the moon should not. And this is at 7:32. I'm not trying to speed things up later in the day and go off that time frame. I'm going off what they gave me, all right? So I transferred that to UTC time. And the way you do that, very simple, just type in 7:32 a.m. Pacific to UTC. You can do this for any day, and then you just transfer that over for that time. Well, there you go, 2:32 p.m. As you can see there, 1400 military time, that's 2:32 p.m. So there you go. And to confirm that, you can go over here to time and date, and you type in UTC time, all right? And so here I've got... I think I put an extra hour with this. So, you know, I'm trying to help these people out, man. I'm really trying to help you globalist people out here. I put 1,500 hours in, and here you can see hardly any relative motion there, and you're still Australia, Indonesia area, and the sun's over here, and, you know, you shouldn't be able to see them both, but yet you do. Yet you still do, and it is mind-boggling to me at that conjuncture that, you know, I know this thing's got GoPros strapped to it. You get the weeble wobble. It's funny, the Earth's curved 1 minute, and then, you know, with these GoPros, everything's in or out, in or out. It makes me sick watching them. I just can't even work with a GoPro. But in long story short, here is the moon visible. So the only way at the end of the day that is possible is on a flat earth model. And I'm telling you, from being a novice astronomer, you know, for years, I mean, for a good portion of my life, studying the stars, the moon, sun, all this, you know, it blows my mind because this killed it for me, guys. I mean, the globe model of Earth died with that, because when I go and I look, you know, using software that's for free online, that, you know, and years of astronomy, fooling with astronomy, you know, here you go, right there, you're blocked off. I mean, we're talking darkness. We should not even be able to see the moon hardly whatsoever, and yet there it is, clear as day, up there with that rocket launch, and right here on the other side of the Earth, let me get around here, right over here on the other side in the front is Nevada facing the sun. You know, what a gem of truth. And I mean, this right here is one of the greatest evidences for flat Earth I've ever seen in my entire life. This is public domain. I mean, you can go watch this video. You can go and watch the other video for Go Fast, okay? And you take these time signatures. Heck, take you a leap and go roll it up a couple hours. I don't care. And take that information and do just like I've done and Russianvids have done. And you take these great resources like SolarSystemScope.com, that's free online to use. Links in the video description below. TimeAndDate.com, the link is in the video description below. And if you can't go to Google and type in time and date and change that over, then you may be in trouble, because you're probably not going to be able to figure out the rest of this. And if you have trouble trying to figure that out, all you've got to do is put time of that Pacific time to UTC. There you go. I've already did that for you. So, I mean, guys, the only way you're not going to see this and understand this and accept the flat earth truth is if you don't do your due diligence and, one, go look for see it for yourself, that the math just doesn't add up, or B, is that you just don't want to see it and you want to be blind to it. I mean, that's really the only two options as far as not seeing the truth that you can fall back on at that point, because otherwise you're going to have to accept the truth that we live on a flat earth, and Master Yahweh's timepieces rotate around it just like two hands on a clock. When it's light in one part of the world, it's dark in the other. And one day we're going to see the Most High return, and all eyes shall behold him, because we're not going to be one on one side of the planet, one on the other. We're all going to see him, because he's going to come right down on this flat circular disc that we live under the firmament of, that this little rocket hit the top of, and also film the moon. So guys, I hope that's a blessing to you. Make sure to check out the links. Make sure to do the math. And until we see you again here at Seven Trumpets Prepper Channel, I hope you have a most blessed day in Yahushua's name.